So I wanted to open up a little bit of a dialogue and talk about leadership, how we define leadership, how leadership is changing, and why it's important to address and acknowledge that we need some advancements in how we identify with leadership. So I think we're coming from a very almost like authoritarian, very patriarch way of leadership to a more fluid, more inclusive, more even feminine energy in leadership, which I think is more encompassing of teams and how we go from pointing to embracing and delegating to working together with, right? So there's a definite difference in the leadership of yesterday and what we're transitioning into the leadership of tomorrow, today. So because of that, I wanted to lead a conference and a summit of sorts in next summer, June 1st, that embraced the differences in leadership, embraced how the advancements that are being made and that we still have to make, and open up that conversation and open up a way to come together to actually provide solutions and actually highlight those who are already being leaders, the leaders of today, the leaders of tomorrow, even leaders of yesterday, who have recognized that we needed this shift in leadership to take place in order to take our teams, our companies, our families, our workspaces to their highest possible potential. You know, I've been on all sides of leadership, from being one who was oppressed by leaders in our organizations to one who was on a team with a leader who viewed as all as equals, to being a leader myself, to making mistakes in my own approach to leadership. And I've made many, as I was learning, because, I had various examples of leadership. Some were effective and some weren't. But in my own learning, I made some mistakes in my leadership journey, right? So, and I can recognize them, and I could say, okay, that was a mistake. Not going to do that again, right? But now, on a mass level, I think we really need to pay attention to what's happening with our leadership roles, because I think if we're still trying to hold on to the authoritative leadership position, it's going to be very shaky for our organizations and our businesses and our teams in the future, right? People don't want to be treated like they belong to the leader, right? People want to be treated like they are a part of a team. They want to be treated like they matter. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's how everybody should be treated. So I think that we really need to pay attention to what's working in leadership, what's no longer working in leadership, and what we need to do to ensure that our leadership stance is the wave of the future that's actually going to grow with us, and that we're going to be able to grow our teams with the new way of leadership. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a business and leadership conference. It's something that I'm really passionate about, mainly because I think that we need to make some shifts, and that we need to highlight those who are making those shifts, and that there's been plenty of organizations that have seen the need for this shift in leadership and have started to put in place the trainings for their leadership teams and things like that, right? So I want to focus on that for this leadership conference. And I am looking for some dynamic speakers about leadership and how to be the best leader you can be, how to be a leader that leads people through the feeling of value instead of, pointing down at them. How to embrace leadership in a way that hasn't been embraced before, how to actually communicate with other leaders to help each other grow in their own leadership. And I will be teaching some trainings regarding this. I feel like one of the things I'm very thankful about is my background in social work and policy development and working within committees to make some definite changes to fill in those gaps for diversity and inclusion practices, for looking at where it is that you are maybe possibly being slightly oppressive with the policies and procedures of your organizations. I think that a lot of this really helped me to be here today and to see that this is something that we can apply across the board and to help every leader out there to actually be a leader that values their team, to actually be a leader that values themselves, to actually be a leader who has the confidence within themselves to lead a team without having to look down on them, right? So I'm extremely excited about this. I'm hoping to get more people on board. I know I've been busy with the teen drive for the holiday season. Now that that is over, this is going to be something I'm going to be focusing on for VR Success Services. This is happening June 1st at Chichara Club. It's an all-day conference and summit. We're going to have some amazing speakers. If you want to grow in your leadership, if you want to help change your organizational structure for the better, if you feel that maybe some policies need to change to ensure that your leadership team is on point and really walking those lines of diversity and inclusion and positivity and new practices in leadership, you want to send them to this. You want to be there. You want to attend, because I promise you it's something that will make a huge difference in any leadership team that attends this event. If you want to participate, if you want to be a sponsor, please let me know. We will be posting the page for you to sign up for updates. If you want to be a sponsor, you can submit a request to be a sponsor to see what that looks like. I will reach out. If you want to collaborate on this, I will definitely be open to listening. If you're somebody that feels that you have value to add as a speaker, please let me know. We will have 6 speakers, one amazing keynote speaker who I can't wait to reveal who that will be. I will also be one of the speakers as I'm doing one of the trainings, leadership trainings. But we have room for 4, I believe. Yes, we have room for 4 speakers. So if you believe that you have something that you can add of dynamic value to business and professional leadership, please let me know. I would love to interview you. And also, okay, I believe that's it. Please let me know. I'm happy to open dialogues even right now. If there's something that you feel is missing in leadership, if there's something that you've seen that has left you feeling very disillusioned about leadership, or a leader maybe that you worked with in the past, present, or if maybe you're a leader yourself and you feel like, maybe this is something that you feel is missing or you could add to the conversation, I'd love to hear it.